The story starts with two warriors fighting in a very intense manner, while the other one is just taking it easy. A boy named Seiichi catches his breath for a sec and the other one mocks him for being weak. The one with the scyther initiates the attack by swinging his weapon, and then blasted a very powerful blast in which the opponent struggles to block. In the end he became tired, kneels down before the opponent who happens to show him mercy. Out of nowhere, a girl charges forward and transformed into a beast, now hitting the enemy with a powerful punch. The beast tries to attack the enemy again, but it seems she cannot even land a blow on him until one hand of hers is grabbed. The enemy swings his scyther striking her with many energy blades, and then stands before the beast holding now a black fire on his hand. And with just one punch, the battle has ended and the girl from before transforms back into being human again. Seiichi cries for her demise, and as she is about to kiss the guy, he suddenly wakes from his nightmare. Everyone is concerned around him on why acting so strange all of a sudden. He just says he's just having a dream and there's nothing to worry about. Next, they finally arrive at Dunbury. It's a Barbador magic academy of the region. As they walk around the vicinity, the principal explains that this academy is the place where magic users hone their skills, and it's one of the few academy cities in the world. Lulun found a shop that sells explosive bombs, and she kind of eating it, mistaking it as food. Another set of students are settling in as well, and the other one thinks they are being marginalized just because they came from the other world. A girl named Kanazuki senses a familiar presence in the area and shouts the name of Seiichi. Speaking of which, the hero is actually there to give lessons to the students of the academy. The mentor explains that all the aristocrat children from various countries gather here, and that also includes the ones from the other world. He worries that these children are being mistreated here by many students, but if he denies them their education here, he's scared of what the Kaiser Empire will do to this academy. All of a sudden, the old man shouts at Seiichi telling him it's his problem now, to maintain the peace and order of this campus. And with a mean serious face, he gladly accepts the heavy responsibility. The principal has high hopes on the hero to train the most excellent students. He also assigns Saria and Lulun to begin their study in the academy. Seiichi then praises her, but Saria cannot control her emotion anymore and burst into a big gorilla, ruining her uniform. Next is Altria. The old man assigns her as the new adventure teacher for the students. But the old geezer thinks something dirty about her role and Altria reprimanded him for saying something crazy. Last is Origa, she to be assigned as Seiichi's assistant from now on. The old man said something dirty again, and Altria pushes a button to send him into space to explode. The hero now remembers his past life of being bullied, then he fought a pink gorilla out of nowhere, that is also wants to marry him. He recalls of fighting a dark aristocrat and dragons, joined an eccentric guild that would be happy to have him as a member, and together they joined forces defeating the evil. It did all began when he ate an evolution fruit, and he remembers it being not so tasty. The principal now tells him that they will go to the F class where problematic students are being taught. A woman named Beatrice barges in and reprimanded the mentor for slacking off, when he should be at school doing his duties signing these pile of documents. She shouts, then throwing all the papers to the slacker old man, and Seiichi begins fearing her. Later down the hallway, Beatrice apologizes to everyone and introduces herself again as a teacher of F class and she's here to assist and help the hero. Then Seiichi asks if she used to be the teacher of F class, and now he's going to replace her. He wants to know if there's something wrong with the students there. She replies that the children themselves are no problem, and they are actually good students. She added, despite what the other people thinks about them, she believes they have great talent. Beatrice truly believes that the hero will influence them to be good students in the future. Saria then assures her that Seiichi will definitely do a good job teaching them. The hero now prepares himself to enter the door, and after he opens the door a wooden bucket fell into his head, receiving his first prank of the class. But he still maintains his composure, and is surprised to see there are only 4 students in the room. One of them has a bear with a scar on its face. First day of teaching, students are already intimidating their teacher and Seiichi is scared. But once Beatrice walks in on them, the guy gets nervous and is hit on the head by the fearsome teacher. It turns out, it's the hooligan's sister after all, then is being told that the one he is bullying right now is none other than their new class teacher. She also properly introduces the hero to the class, including Origa, who will be his assistant. The two says they're looking forward to teach them, and Saria is also introduced to be their new classmate from now on. The hooligan student quickly drools all over Saria's cuteness, and shamelessly asks her to go out on a date. Next, one by one the students introduce themselves, starting with the hooligan boy named Agnes, also known as Angry Hell Pampador. Saria was impressed, so she claps, then introduces herself as a big gorilla while ripping her uniform. The faces on them are priceless after seeing her transformation. After that, the gray-haired boy is Brado, who happens to be the crowned prince of Kaiser Empire. The third student is Irene, she doesn't like to talk too much. Lastly, the student with a bare head, also known as the silent beast, and doesn't talk at all. Although he communicates using sign boards saying his name is Barbador. Meanwhile, Kanizuki is relentless on still looking for Seiichi all over the school, and then she bumps into a girl named Sato, who happens to like Seiichi as well, so she joins her looking for him. In the class, Beatrice is distributing the previous exam scores to the whole class. Then the hero is shocked that the bear got 95 points and sort of reminded him someone he used to know. Saria in her gorilla form says everyone here is smart, then Seiichi takes her away before she gets violent. Agnes asks if they can use transformation magic as well. Next, Beatrice requests a special session from the hero to test the fighting ability of the students, in which Seiichi gladly agrees. While walking down the hallway, Irene asks Saria if she knows their teacher very well. The girl smiles, and says she is his partner. All of them thought that she is the teacher's wife and the little girl is their kid, but Saria says no, she's just Seiichi's little sister. Then Irene wants to know of how powerful their new teacher is, and Saria replies he's very powerful. That afternoon, the principal asks about the students in F class. The hero says they're very unique on their own part but not at all problematic. It's just the old man is worried of how different class F compare to other students of the school. After all, other classes avoids them and they even have a word for them, as they've been calling them the laggards. While warming up for the training session, the class F has been approached by an upper class section, who've been calling them the laggards and idiots like them should stay away. It's actually Brado's brother and he seems scared, and the brother even mocks him in front of everybody. Agnes tells him you better watch your mouth, boy, but Brado yells at him to just stop. The brother brags about him being in the S class, and he can't wait for them to see his powers. Irene explains to the newcomer that their section is the most powerful class in the school. The brother introduces himself as Theo, and he too is a crowned prince of Kaiser Empire. Then he noticed Saria, thinking she's the most beautiful girl in the school. And with a breeze of swag he approaches the girl, and orders her to follow him and she must join his group. But she just smiles and refuses, for she is already following a boy named Seiichi. The arrogant prince would not believe that someone dares to refuse him, but the girl is very adamant that she belongs only to Seiichi. She added, the boy she likes is way more attractive than you and he is very powerful as well. Agnes can't help but laugh hearing that, so the prince gives her another chance to take his offer, but the answer is still no. This devastates Theo far greater than he ever imagines. Soon after, Seiichi arrives with Beatrice to do the special training and Agnes is very pumped up and ready. But Irene says she wanna go first, and is mad with the hero's unintentional saying he'll go easy on them. She then stands her ground with her weapons, and started attacking Seiichi over and over again while managing to avoid all of her strikes. Seiichi counter-attacks that made the girl pushes backwards. He asks where is this aggressiveness coming from, and the pink gorilla wonders as well what will the hero do and what is the problem of these students anyway. Watch this next video. See you on the next one.